Hello and welcome to Dwarf Fortress. I am Twisted Logic. This is Basement Graves of Beers, and in this episode we're going to be making some armor, and I think I'm going to send a suicide squad into the caverns. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, let me know what you think in the comments, and subscribe for more videos. In the last episode we set up steel industry here. So we got steel bars coming in. And over here in the Metalsmith's Forge, I'm going to press A to add a new task. And I'm going to go down to Furniture. And this is going to be Steel. Use the plus and minus keys in this menu. Enter. And I'm going to make a Steel Anvil. Crutch. Splint, pipe section. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna make sarcophagus, statue, floodgate, block. Okay, I think I'm in the wrong menu for the anvil, so I'm gonna make a pipe section here. I believe that steel pipe sections are Magma-Safe. Maybe that's other objects. Let's check in here. Steel. Yeah, here we go. Forged steel anvil. Enter. So I'm gonna repeat on this one and then press plus and repeat on this one. Alt W, Shift A, pipe section of any steel. And the range of this, I'm gonna make I'll make 1 to 2 right now. And maybe we'll turn that up later. On the anvils here, Alt W, Shift A. I'm going to make 1 to 2 as well on these. Now, with this furniture stockpile here, I'm going to go into the settings of this. In the type here, I'm going to just use the arrow keys until I get to anvils and turn that off. And now I'm going to make another stockpile, U for furniture, and I'm going to make a small one here, and another one next to it there. This one I'm going to go into the settings of, and I'm going to forbid the type, forbid stone clay, forbid metal, forbid other materials, go into type and turn on anvils, and then the metal, I'm just going to turn on iron. So this is going to be a stockpile only for iron metal, only for iron anvils. And what I'm going to do is turn the auto melt on with Shift M. This is going to be for later. Later on in the fortress, what I like to do is when we're getting trade, when a trade caravan comes in, what I like to do after a certain point is trade everything I have for everything the trade caravan has, and have all my stockpiles go from there and sort everything. So when the iron anvils come in, we're just going to melt them. This one right here, we're going to go into the settings of, and we're going to do the same thing here, forbid everything. The metal is going to be steel, and the type is going to be anvils only. And then, oh yeah, it looks like they put a bin in there before I was able to turn that off because it was a furniture stockpile. The same thing happened down here with the steel stockpile. I think there's one pile of iron bars somewhere in there. They may have cleared it up by now, but they put those iron bars in before I got specific with the stockpile settings. I set this craft Dwarf's workshop to make rock crafts on repeat, and same with this one. And these two masons are only making blocks. Now, did I already turn this up? I'm going to go to Alt W. Yeah, so we're going up to 2000 now. With the rock crafts, and then how many blocks? Alt W, yeah, so the range of this I'm going to turn up a little bit. Maybe we want like a low end 500 and a higher end 2500, 1250. So now I believe that this lever, if I come up a few... Who's this guy? Githa? Human farmer? He's coming to relax. She heard that this was the place to enjoy oneself. It certainly is. Certainly is. We got beers. We got graves. This lever right here, if I add a new task and press B for bridge, and then with the plus and minus, if I go through all my bridges, it's the cavern bridge isn't showing up. Over here to the east. So this bridge is completed, so now it's linked to that lever. So now I can open up this passage into the caverns here. And it looks like a miner's coming along. So squad A, move. Lowercase m to move the squad. So I'm gonna select a point with the keyboard selector here, and they're gonna station over there. You know what? Before I do that, I'll breach it and then close it. Before I do that, what I'll do is I'll come back down here to this metalsmith forge, and I'll add a new task, and I'll add an armor task, A for armor, and then I'll come down here for steel, and then I will make shields, and I'll put that on repeat. Alt W, Shift A, shields of any steel, and the range of this I'll do 2 to 12. And now, so I set up that squad. I'm gonna go to the military section here. The Spears of Gilding. I set this squad up when Cyclops Todd attacked, kind of as an emergency thing. So I didn't really set anything. N for uniforms, and I'm gonna go to metal armor here with the up and down on the arrow keys, and then the right key to get to the middle section here, the items. Now in this, I'm gonna press Shift S, and then go down to the right, and then down, shields, and then down in this list again. Shift M for material, and then this is going to be, I could set it as metal, and then they'll just pick any metal. So if I trade for, let's say I get a bronze shield from a trade, they'll equip the bronze shield or the steel shields that I'm making. So I'm going to be specific and tell them steel shields. The individual choice here, melee. Yeah, I guess that's fine. But I can go into, yeah, I don't want to get too crazy with it. So the metal armor, they're just going to grab any piece of metal armor that they have. If it's bronze, if it's steel, if it's iron. Same with the headwear. If there's nothing available for them to grab, then that part of their armor is going to be left vacant. So if there's no copper hat or no steel helmet, then they're just not going to grab anything. And that's the same for weapons too. You can create a uniform for them to wear, and if they're, and you can tell them, hey, you know, bring steel warhammers, and if you don't have any steel warhammers, then they can't pick them up. The same goes for this metalsmith's forge. If I go to add a new task, and I go to weapons, and then I go to bismuth bronze here, and I tell them to make this bismuth bronze mace. If I tab out, you can see that it's a mace, and I just, you know, have that on repeat or set a workflow for it or whatever. I don't have any bismuth bronze in the fortress, so that task will never be created unless I trade for it or make bismuth bronze. So somebody had a question, you know, about what stones to look out for when you're going to make weapons and everything like that. Now in the Craft Dwarf workshop here, I can go to add a new task, rock, and then make a rock short sword. I believe that the only rock short sword that you can make is obsidian, but I could be wrong on that. However, I always skip the rock weapons. I don't believe that they have any advantages. I could be wrong on that as well. I'm not going to look it up right now. The way I determine what metals I have in the fortress, there's a few different ways. You can go right to the smelter and add a new task. It looks like we might be out of coal right now. But these are all where it says smelt here, these are all the ores. So hematite ore, I believe that is an ore of iron, native gold ore, native silver, native copper, native platinum. Tetrahedrite is going to give us, I believe, copper and silver. I think that's what we're doing up here. But yeah, okay, so we're out of coal right now. So, oh, it looks like that they're storing the iron bars here as well as copper. Let me go into the settings of this stockpile. And I'll turn off iron and steel and pig iron. So we're gonna need some trees. Let me check this farm down here. Not yet. Okay. So I'll zoom out a little bit. Designations T. So as I was saying is like, you could make these jobs to make all these different weapons, but if you don't have the metal to make them, then you'll never make them because you don't have the material to make them. You can set whatever jobs. That's with anything. That's with soap. That's with you know, cloth, making leather pants or something like that. If you don't have the material to make the item in the workshop, then you're not going to be able to make it. And so what a problem I ran into in one of my earlier fortresses, probably maybe my second fortress or my third fortress, I didn't really get what was happening. It was the first fortress that I made a military in. In the first few fortresses, every time I was attacked, I would just kind of close up and hide in the fortress and wait for the army to leave and then go out and do stuff. And then after a little bit, I discovered the Mega Beast catch and release kind of thing, like this right here. Which this entrance may be it may be better if I put the entrance up here instead of down here. But I will close up this at a certain point and maybe move the direct entrance to the fortress, maybe either over here or somewhere else. I digress. However, what I didn't get was that say make battle axes and I put it on repeat. I didn't know about workflows at that point, and they just turned out like all my metal into battle axes, and then they stopped making them. And then I was like, okay, now make this other thing. Now make helmets, now make greaves. And I didn't get what was happening with the metal because I ran out of metal. So it's like, once you start making metal, you don't have an infinite supply of metal. You have to make sure you pay attention to how much production you're doing so you don't run out. I believe I was at a certain point like this in the game, and then for some reason I stopped mining. Okay, so now this cavern layer is open. This, I'm gonna zoom back in. This guy died, and he's got a bunch of equipment right here, and the Craft Dwarf. So I'm gonna unlock this door. Click on the door, and then lowercase l to forbid the passage or permit passage, that's locking and unlocking, and then O is pet passable or not. The set internal you don't have to worry about. Units. Oh, we got an intelligent zombie here is visiting. Now, I thought I had some monster slayers here. Human pikeman, here we go. He's meditating, zoom to him, follow. Okay, so they just found that guy's body. Another question that came up was about values, the values of rooms when you stack them. So this is a hall, and then this is the mayor's hall. If I go to N, oh, he still needs an office. Okay, so he's got a decent dining quarters. So let's see now. If I make another room, I'm pretty sure that this is the case when you stack rooms in this way. Assign a table, and we'll just assign this guy right here. Okay, and then N. Go back to him. Decent dining quarters. The next table here are assign. I'm just doing this as an experiment. Maybe two more. See if the value goes down. On the noble's dining hall when we add I'm pretty sure that's the case. Let's see though. Okay, so now we have the main hall. The mayor has a table, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So we'll go back to the noble screen. Still says decent dining room. We'll check that in a couple minutes, and then we'll see. Now, I did make something for the mayor. Yes. I'll just pick this chair right here, R, to make it a throne room. Maximum size, enter, assign. Limmel, I believe, is the mayor, and then 1 for auto mayor. And he's got an office, needs a decent office. That should go once the value should go up once the furniture is added. Now, let's go over to this multi-guild. This is a guild hall. I think it's like 4 locations stacked on top of each other. So I'm going to go to L for location. And I'll go up and down this list with the arrow keys. And okay, yeah, so all these ones with a value of 870, that is the multi-hall. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I'll do is I for a zone, put it right on top of it. I wonder if I should include the walls here. For this test, I won't. I'm going to add a zone that size. Okay. M for meeting area, L for location, add a location, G for guild, woodworkers. Okay. And and then L, and then down. This is the Woodworkers Guild 870. 870. So let me write down that number. 870. In a couple minutes we'll come back and check the value of that. Squad A is made up of the builders right now. The builders all have battle axes. Military. U for supplies. I'm gonna use the star key here. We'll just carry one food, and then plus and minus for carry water. Oh, it's just minus. Yeah, so carry water. E for equipment. Shift U to assign a uniform. And then Shift Enter on metal armor on the first guy here in the squad. Ficad. So he's going to be assigned metal armor, and then when I Shift Enter on metal armor, that's going to assign that to everybody. If I set this to leather armor and Shift Enter, now everybody has leather armor. If I just press Enter on metal armor and go down, the rest only he was changed. So Shift Enter on metal armor. I don't have to worry about. That's fine. I don't have to worry about anything else right now with the military. Now these guys that I hired to eradicate monsters don't seem to be eradicating any monsters. So Squad A, move, right there. Units. Oh, I was gonna make them shields, but that's fine. I don't want to lose a bunch of steel shields in the here they come now. Following Besmar. And once we have a couple more of them are down here too. In Space Fox, the most prominent skill is going to be their icon. Is going to be their dwarf tile set. So let me get down a little bit in the cavern to. Okay, that's as far as I can see. So squad A, move, enter. So we're sending the squad into the cavern now. This right here is mine now. Press F to claim it. Okay, so as they move in the cavern, more of the cavern is revealed. Squad A, move there. Okay, so now we're down into the cavern layer. Let's see if they can get down in here. Squad A, move. There. And I'm just going to press U for units and go to others. Yeah, so there's nothing really hostile on the map right now. Oh, they can come all the way down here. Get some cobalt. Cave spider. Just because nothing is on the map here doesn't mean that there's nothing down here. You've discovered a downward passage. Enter to close the window. Okay. Zoom there. Okay. Okay, squad A, move. There. Still nothing on the units list. I'm thinking there might... It's possible that there's a mega beast down here. And so, like, if you have a... Say you have a dragon on your map in a cave. Dragons in this game are kind of like glass cannons. Oh, okay, what is this guy doing? Collecting webs, okay. So, let me move over here. Dragons are kind of like glass cannons in this game. They can hit really hard, but they're also not too strong. The dead walk, hide while you still can. Okay. Okay, now we have undead attack. I was hoping that this wouldn't happen yet. That's fine. Military alert. Get inside. Squad A. O for orders. When I press O, while they have a task like station or kill or move to this location, if I press O, they're going to go back to their scheduled orders. So O is going to be cancel orders that they have and go back to their normal schedule. Right now their normal schedule hasn't been set, so they're just gonna, they should just return. Now, I'm gonna press F1. And now everybody should be coming inside. I want to... Okay, so that lever that I have selected. This one right here has to be pulled. It's gonna close this, hopefully nobody dies. I think somebody died. That's fine, they're gonna come through this door now. U for units. Oh wow, okay, we got a lot of undead here. Wow, okay. Yeah, we have an army of zombie army here. Right up on us. I don't know if they can climb where I destroyed the ramps. I know goblins can. Goblins will be able to climb down. I don't know if the undead can. I would assume they could always just fall off the side. I don't know if they would do that or go around. It looks like they're coming kind of diagonal. Almost to the fortress entrance. Oh, I left ramps there. Z to remove the stairs. I'll just get rid of those whenever we can. So everybody's got to hurry up and get back inside, otherwise you're going to be eaten. mutilated. These are kind of like, they all have weapons, so they're more like the White Walkers from Game of Thrones. Now, is there also a Necromancer? Units? Like, I might be able to send a Suicide Squad after the Necromancer if he's here. No, but there is a active zombie here that's intelligent. Might be able to actually capture part of the army there. Better hurry up, Doran. With the greater than and less than keys on the keyboard, you can go up and down the layers. That's how you do it without the mouse wheel. Yeah, they're all coming to this ramp here that I left by accident. That's closed. Let's see if they go north or south. Now, there's nothing in this construction that is needed right now, so, or I don't think they can destroy anything in there either. Started building this room earlier. This room needs to be furnished. I think I'll furnish it more when I'll furnish it more when it's almost ready. They're gonna start speeding up. I gotta pull this other lever. Just suspend that. Nope, I gotta pull it now. Unsuspend, Shift N for now. Oh no. Lowercase m. And the exclamation goes there. That kind of prioritizes the task. And also I'm going to lock this door. I don't think that they can get through the door that's locked. I don't think this building destroys, but they're going to climb all over this thing. Let's see, they're going to come up the ramp here. What is that? Okay, it's just a bird. So they got one guy. Who'd they get? Doran. Looks like, okay, so squad A, move there. Yeah, so now it looks like they're going after this cat. They're gonna wander around the map for a little bit. Guess I could lock some of them in there. Oh, you're out there still. Melville, the builder. He's got food and drink with him, but I think he's only going to last a certain amount of time before. Oh, what are these things? An arrow was shot, so we got archers in there too. Mountain goats. Giant mountain goats. The undead will go after anything living. So I'll trap some of the army in this passage, as many as I can get. Looks like some of them are a little reluctant to go in there. And this way, if a goblin army attacks, I can kind of unleash them, and pit the undead against the goblins. And pull the lever now. Because as soon as that cat dies, they probably are going to turn around. You can also lock that door. And then once the door's unlocked, they'll run in there. See if they're going to turn around or not. Yeah. Unlock that door. You got the switch. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 undead are captured. Unlock this door. Move. I don't think we're going to be able to rescue him. Oh, he might be fast. He looks like he's fast. Melville here, follow him. I think he's going to get inside. Alright. Lock that. Squad A, orders. Just leave it unlocked here for a minute. See if anybody else is down there. I don't think anyone is. But I'm gonna leave that cavern open. No, I don't think so. No. Anybody's outside, they're dead. That's it. You get one chance to get inside, and then anything more than that, you're done. Okay, so I got 2 steel anvils up here, so build, W for workshop, and then metalsmith's forge, so F. I'll build one there. Granite blocks, and then another one here. Steel anvil and granite blocks. And then what I'll do is oh, that's closed. So he's trapped there. This lower one. Carpenter shop. Press R to get rid of the repeat on the enormous corkscrew, and C to cancel it. Same with the pipe section, R and then C. Bed, bin, barrel. Okay. Now, steel shields and steel crossbow. This is the catch-all stockpile right here. I'm gonna have to make a weapons stockpile, weapons and armor stockpile. Alright, so I'm gonna dig out 2 rooms. D. Seven by 6. 7 by 6, okay. And then I'll make 2 entrances for it. Okay, that's closed up. That's closed up as well. It's all dried up. Okay, so N. He's got an office, but he needs a decent office, so that's slowly getting filled. Now let me go to L for location. And now this was 870 a little bit ago, so yeah, multi-guild is still valued at 870. So N again for nobles, and then decent dining room. Okay. So then I'll go back to this hall here, and then F to free the table on the new tables that I made. Free the table, free the table, and it was a decent dining room, but we'll see if it goes up in a couple minutes. And I'm not too concerned with it. I mean, this could be a legendary hall one day, but if I add more value to it, or I could also engrave the. So I smoothed the walls here, but I could also engrave them. Rock mug and bone bolts. Rock craft and bone bolts. How are we doing on mugs? Alt W. 86. What is this? It's a cabinet, not a door. X to remove the building. Build door. Enter. Dig smooth stone. Designation smooth stone. P and then X. Just gonna remove all that. And then P. R for refuse. Set that whole area. Now I could, you know, one thing that I could do is dig a tunnel off to the side of the mountain here, let's say like right here. Turn all this into fortifications. Dig a tunnel like this, so designations dig. Something like that. Turn this into fortifications, and then I could shoot arrows out of the fortress in that way. I'm not going to be doing that right now because I don't have that set up yet. Okay, so more undead are going down into the cavern layers now. They're starting to explore down there. So right now I'm, wow, a lot of them are still up. There's a massive army here. What's that flashing? Designations X. It's fine. Yeah, there's just a massive undead army, but yeah, that looks like they're coming around all the way to the top to come down the path here. The goblins might climb down, but these undead are using the ramps, and I removed most of them, so that's great. I'm hoping that a large amount of them goes into the cavern here, that's why I'm leaving this open. And if I split their forces enough, then I can send one of the squads out to take care of whoever left. Looks like I accidentally built a cabinet here too. X to remove the building. Now in the trade depot here we got fire clay, and so I don't have a clay stockpile, so it was left in the trade depot. So I will Yeah, I'll dig a room over here for a few different rooms over here, just random sizes, doesn't matter. For kind of out of the way stockpiles. And that'll give miners something to do, and it'll also, you know, bring us some stone. In that one fortress a long time ago when I was learning how to play still, when I created all the axes and ran out of metal, I didn't really understand it, but then, you know, later on, it just kind of hit me like, oh, there's not an infinite amount of metal on the map, you know, it's like what you mine. Oh great, look at this. Silver Warhammer's coming into this stockpile. This stockpile settings are set to have to be exceptional masterwork only. So what I'll do is I'll make another stockpile here. So P, and this will be D for armor. And then another one here. Settings of this. And to forbid everything except shields. And they have to be steel shields. Forbid that. These will be exceptional or masterwork steel shields. Or bucklers. I don't think I'm going to make bucklers. The total quality here I'm going to do the same for. Now the core quality is the quality at which it was made. If you improve upon the item by like encrusting it, the value may go up, and that'll be the total quality. And then next to it here, the settings of this one. Same thing. And then reverse with the core and total quality. Steel. Shift M for auto melt. So as they make the steel shields, they're going to put them in one of these two stockpiles. And then they'll either be auto melted and they're going to try again, or they're going to be ready for the squads. But right now the squad's uniform is to pick up steel shields. So they may pick up the first few that are made, even though there's an auto melt task, and then also this stockpile here. Gotta go into the settings of the armor of this, and then just forbid. No, I'll just disable armor and weapons. And go back into this and E to enable it, and then B to block the permit. B to block all, and then permit trap components. Yeah, so trap components are fine, but weapons are not. And then I'll just make a stockpile somewhere for right here. P. P again for weapons. I'll make it like that. And the settings of this will be so nothing silver. Silver weapons are already taken care of. Enable armor, but not shields. So forbid shields. Other materials are also forbidden on weapons and armor. Also gonna forbid stone. And forbid trap components. So this will, I may have to go into that. That's just off the top of my head, but I may have to go back into that. I'll just keep an eye on that. So in for nobles. Decent dining room still. Okay. This bedroom area, I may dig out more this way or this way. So I may extend the hallway and dig more bedrooms. And I'm not sure what this wall is going to be, if this wall is going to be destroyed or not. So there's some areas here that I'm not sure if I'm going to expand upon, but there's other areas that I know are not going to be changed. And the areas that I know are not going to be changed, I'm going to press lowercase e to engrave the stone. And then select this area here. That's going to engrave the floors and wall. And if you have a masterpiece, an engraving that is a masterpiece on a wall, and then you mine that wall out, you know, one of the masterpieces is going to be lost. And when you lose a masterpiece of a dwarf, that dwarf particularly is going to be pretty upset about it. So I try to be careful not to engrave walls that I may end up digging out later. Like here, I may extend that hallway. Units. Let's see where these guys are at. Just gonna pick a random one, Z. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Yeah, they're just kind of aimlessly wandering. They'll go after anything alive that they can have access to. There's one down here too. There's a few of them down here. You know what I'm gonna do is can open up this bridge. I don't think they can get through that locked door. So I'm going to open up this bridge here, and I'm going to try and maybe take out some of these guys one at a time, or a few at a time by unlocking. I'll set up the squad in here, and I'll unlock this door and see if they, once the door's unlocked, see if they come out. If not, I will see if I can do some skirmishes against these undead, because oh, it looks like these guys might be going down into the cavern. So I'll lock that cavern eventually once I get enough of them down there. There's a few. But I'll see if I can send out skirmishes to attack them, because I don't want to just wait in the fortress all just cooped up in there. We locked away these guys, which is great. So a goblin army attacks and we can close up kind of like this and release these guys. Or maybe even send these after the next Mega Beast or Semi-Mega Beast that attacks. Although, I'm thinking that after the undead here leave, because eventually they will, I'll dig out another catch and release trap. Maybe I won't put the entrance so close. Yeah, maybe I'll dig it this way instead. Like that. And then I'll put the chain there. Oops, I press F1. Or I pressed one of those function keys. I'm just gonna exit that part out for now. But yeah, I'll make another catch and release trap here for the next thing that attacks. And in the, so that's open now. Squad A, move right there. Military. Shift N to name the squad. Suicide Wave. Enter. So I'm gonna send the suicide wave out in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and subscribe for more videos.